So this is 6.1 part 2, evaluation of notation analysis. So advantages. Objectivity, so it's more based on facts rather than feelings. Therefore it can be compared with other test results, and is slightly more reliable in some cases, due to it not being based on people's feelings, that can sometimes change due to them perhaps wanting to give an answer that they thought was best, and would benefit the test. However, you can't argue against facts. So software reduces time, so less time analysing the results, as it's not manual anymore. Calculates exact percentages, so this therefore makes it more precise, which can also arguably increase its reliability. So aids the coach, so it helps the coach as they then know how they can, they then know what they need to work on to improve their team. This could therefore maybe raise their team standards. They could go higher up in the league, for example. It would therefore reduce their weaknesses, making it harder perhaps for them to lose or concede. To concede. It recognises everyone's performance, so not just the goal scorers. So this means that it's more equal. So typically in a game situation, all you really hear about is either the goal scorers, or perhaps the goalkeeper if they, so in football, for example, all you typically hear about is who scored the goals, or, for example, if a goalkeeper pulled out an amazing save. Other than that, you don't typically hear about centre mids and centre backs unless they do something completely amazing, such as a goal line clearance. So therefore notation analysis just kind of makes it a bit more equal, and everyone gets the spotlight on them, for example. However, disadvantages, so money. So the equipment used will be highly expensive, i.e. the software or the video cameras, compared to paper and pen, which would be cheaper. This will be a factor that can make this form of analysis inaccessible for some or most people, if they don't, for example, have funding for their test. However, it does increase the accuracy of the results, but yeah, it just makes it a bit inaccessible for some. Time, so it takes a long time to go through videos, as well as analyse them. So obviously you've got to watch the game live, and then you've got to watch it back to analyse it, which is quite time consuming. Skilled observers, this is because obviously they have to be familiarised with the process, as well as the equipment and how to record the data. They also need to be familiar with the points, the performance criteria that they're going to be recording, so that they know when it occurs successfully or unsuccessfully, as to know what to note down. So reliability, so something could be missed, for example, in a live analysis. Obviously the human eye can only see so much, and therefore something could be missed, which could make the results less reliable. Ambiguity, so someone may think something occurred while somebody else disagrees. For example, someone may think that a 2-pointer was shot in basketball, whereas it could be a 3-pointer in somebody else's opinion, due to them having two different angles and may not be able to see if that player was over the line, for example, the 3-pointer line. So this is where video analysis would come in handy, as they could stop the film at that exact moment and maybe get a different angle where they could see if that player was over the line or not. And lastly, you can't use this data alone. So a researcher can't just say that a certain player scored 4 3-pointers in a game. That alone, you don't know if that's good or if that's bad. They may have scored 4 3-pointers out of the 10 3-pointer shots they tried to make, which therefore, when you think about it that way, doesn't look as good. Whereas if I just said they had 4 3-pointer shots and they scored them, that would be better.